In this episode of Marina Queen, we get underway from Avalon on a night passage to San Diego. We get a dolphin escort to Point Loma, and we see California's official tall ship. Then we sail into San Diego, celebrate our successful voyage, and Chuck heads off to his next adventure. My name is Rick. Join me as I refit sailing vessel Frog's Leap with an eye towards taking her to warmer places. I get to spend only a few days each month on the boat. That's why I call the channel Marina Queen. When I left you last week, we were in the bay there in Avalon, and I was putting together that new fuel pump that I got from the heliport. Yeah. Same day. This is the same day, right? In the evening. Remember, I was trying to beat sunset. Well, I got the pump in, and of course, I was proud of it, Not proud enough to film it, but apparently proud enough to shoot a photo. I'll show it to you again. Oh, yeah. So we dropped the mooring in Avalon, and we got underway. In the evening, right before sunset. It was beautiful.
Yeah, bye-bye Avalon. It's nice hanging with you.
Oh, yeah. And there was no wind that night.
Well, we're saying goodbye to Avalon.
We're about 15 miles from the entrance to San Diego, and well, Chuck's on watch. I had the 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning watch, so it's about 7:30, and sunrise was about 6:30, so sun's out now, and it's tough for me to sleep because you get anxious about pulling in, and it's exciting, bringing it to the end. So.
Well, this is the last day of our transit, and we're coming up here on Point Loma, San Diego. There it is. Only a couple more hours now. We'll be moored up at the Naval Base Point Loma Pier, the new home of Frog's Leap. Frog's Leap. We got dolphins. Well, that's Point Loma behind me, getting closer. And we just had a little show with some dolphins playing around the boat. That was pretty cool. I think that's the Californian.
So Chuck thinks that ship off Point Loma is the Californian. It's a significant boat in several ways. First of all, it's a tall ship, and it's a recently made tall ship. It was actually built in 1984. It was launched in Los Angeles during the 1984 Summer Olympic Games. And then in 2003, the governor at the time signed a bill into law making the Californian the official tall ship of the state of California. She's actually the only tall ship to carry such a designation. The other thing that makes the Californian special is that she is a replica of the 1847 revenue cutter C.W. Lawrence, Ramacosti. When the Coast Guard looks back at its history to trace its roots, it runs through the revenue cutter service. This C.W. Lawrence was a revenue cutter, so it was a Coast Guard cutter. So how cool is that? A former Coast Guard cutter is the official tall ship of the state of California. All right.
I think that's the Californian.
Yeah, back in San Diego. Look at that. Big old military transport plane. Love being around my military brothers and sisters. Yeah!
And we are sailing into San Diego gloriously. Frog sleep. She has all her flags a-flying.
Frog's Leap Celebration Champagne.
From Don and Rob. Whoa! Yes! To Frog's Leap, to all who sail upon her.
Frog's Leap and all who sail it.
Chuck. Yeah.
We are sailors.
We're sailors. I think one of the things I really enjoyed about this trip was the fact that there were only 2 people on the boat at any given time. It's a small boat, and so 2 people is perfect. I got to know Patrick in the beginning really well, and now Chuck. What I noticed is that when you spend time with someone on a small boat, it's not like you share a conversation over a 20-minute lunch. It's not like that. You're with them all day for multiple days. I think the longer you sail with somebody, the more you appreciate the quiet. But in the beginning, when you're getting to know somebody, you're talking a lot. You get to know them while you're on the boat, and then they leave. I would feel this when I would get transferred in the Coast Guard from one unit to another, and you'd have to move across country. Most of my moves were cross country, and so you'd be saying goodbye to your friends. You'll see here in these clips as Chuck departs that it's awkward because you get to know somebody. You become fond of them as human beings, you know, like you're fond of family. Same way, you know, because you know them now. You feel like you know them anyway. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Great crew, brother.
This has been a great trip, but we're going to get together. We're going to sail this girl again.
Oh, yeah. See you, Chuck.
See ya.
Safe travels, my friend.
Thank you. You too.
One of the things I loved about Chuck, and I'll point your attention to, is when we were doing the toast and I shook his hand, he said, we're sailors. So I would say things like, I'm going to try to do this. And he goes, you're a sailor. You don't try, you do. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So every time I would be thinking I'm going to try to do this, I would just say, I'm going to do this. For me, it was like a game to try to, okay, let's see if I can change my paradigm. It's a fun thing to do, to embrace another person's outlook for a moment. We only want to borrow the good stuff. I was fortunate. Chuck and Patrick, lots of good stuff. Loved it, guys. You guys were awesome. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Marina Queen. It is the last episode of Season 1. Yeah, this was Season 1. You know, if I were to do an inventory of my first year of boat ownership, you know, I'm more knowledgeable about my boat, which makes me safer, I think. I'm a better sailor for sure, since I started with nothing a year ago. Probably most importantly, I have some friends now in the sailing community, and I'm probably most grateful for that. So I don't know what the future looks like. The story unfolds for you just as it does for me. I make some plans, go visit the boat, but you never know how these things turn out. I'm sure I'm glad that you're coming along for the ride, and I'm enjoying telling the story. So I encourage you to stick around, because, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen out there. I'll see you next week on the boat. New episode every Sunday. I'm not as think as you confused I am.